So Ben, 3 games into the season, we've got ourselves 3 points so far. How would you rate the Bay's start?
Performance-wise, yeah, rate it really highly. Performance-wise, but we're not going to look back in 5 months ago. We performed well at the start. It's about points, and 3 points from the games. It's not good enough, is it? Let's have it right. We've certainly dominated 2 games. And really, you're thinking out of the 3 games, we've not deserved to lose one of them. So to lose 2 of them is disappointing and frustrating, to be fair.
So I was going to say there must be an element of frustration given the way we played against Potter's Bar. Obviously we won against Herne Bay, and then the chances that came and went against in our last game against Pearls and Pitsea.
Yeah, I think that shows the step up in the league, to be fair, because had we performed like that in the league below, it's 3 wins, but teams don't need that many chances to score in this league, so you get punished. The weekend is a prime example of that. Same with Potter's Bar, to be fair. Game of few chances, we didn't take ours and they took theirs.
We play our first home game of sorts, obviously this weekend against Kingstonian. What kind of a challenge are you expecting from them?
Yeah, I've seen them. They're a good side, full of skill and quality, I think, going forward. So they pose a different threat to what we've faced the last 2 games with different systems. It's going to be a tough game for us, but one that we're looking forward to. Every team we've played so far has had a different style, and this is another team that has a different style. So you're looking forward to the challenge of how well we can do against that.
Does it make things more difficult then, obviously, given that we will be playing this game at Ramsgate? Is there a difference there? Of
course there is. The term home advantage, it's a fact. It's not something that's been made up over all the years of football, or any sport for that matter. It's a fact. It does make a difference. Massive thanks to Ramsgate. Really appreciate them helping us out on this occasion. Obviously, it's not for the want to try and get our own pitch done. We're desperate to be back at home, especially after the highs of last year, the big support. The last thing we wanted was this many games away. We want to get back at home with our home support. So it does, it helps being at Ramsgate. It's better than being away, completely away. But obviously, it's still, as much as we're thankful, it's still not the same, is it?
Speaking of challenges, once we've tackled the Kingstonian game, we're straight back into action on the Monday away at Folkestone. Does having played 2 games in 3 days already this season benefit us in any way, do you feel?
No, it is what it is, isn't it? We were lucky not to have injuries in those games. You could have loads of injuries and have issues in that sense. We've got experience of it, so hopefully that helps us. But we're under no illusions that certainly the 2 games of the weekend, 2 very tough games. Folkestone are not a side that we've played in an awful long time, so it'd be great to play them again. That's what we got promoted for, to play the bigger sides in Kent, and they're certainly one of those, and a club that we really are looking to emulate.
We've also recently learned of our FA Cup opponents, having been drawn at home against Horsham. Whether or not we'll be able to play because of the pitch, time will tell on that one. Happy with that draw?
It is what it is, isn't it? Same level as us. Could have got an easier draw. Possibly could have got a harder draw. You don't really know, really, because we haven't played them. Haven't played us. So it's one of those. It is what it is. Nice to get drawn at home finally. We've been wanting a home tie for a long time, and it comes right when we probably not as prepared for it, which is again frustrating. But there we go. We'll hopefully we have some good news on the ground, and potentially have it at home. We'll see.
And finally, obviously, sort of looking back to the game we've got coming up, how important is it, given the fact that it's not home, but it's an easy enough for the base supporters? How important is it for those base supporters to turn out in their numbers on Saturday?
No, I'd say the supporters got to get behind us. We got promoted. Yes, we got promoted, for our own achievements, but we got promoted for the club and for the town. So the town's now, we want them to get behind us. They did in the playoff games, towards the end of the season. But we need big numbers, because the clubs we're up against, they're big established clubs at this level. They've got great support. The bigger clubs have, that's for sure. There's no reason why, with the population we've got in Herne Bay and the amount of teams and clubs that we were first for football, why we're not having 1,000 every week. Obviously we had no home games, we can't test that theory out, but we're pushing this club and pushing the town to the highest it's ever been in football. We need, and we're desperate to get that support back to us, and then that's going to help build the momentum to move it on the next level. That's the ultimate. But we can't do that on our own. We need everyone behind us to do that. It makes a big difference.